Cheers, legends. Sammy from Short and Stout Beer Reviews. We've got a spontaneous one here, another Aussie craft beer. So I've just had a couple of beers with some of the American boys, and it's got to that stage where they're all headed off to bed, and I thought I really want to do a beer review. So we got CYCLE West Coast IPA at 7% by Banks. Banks are one of my favourite local breweries. They're out of Seaford in Victoria. So, yeah, let's crack in. Cheers, Redbeard, brother. Good to see you. It's that random time. There'll be a few Aussies about, but not many of others. So, yeah, got the proper glassware. This is an old school Banks glass. I've got a new one, but it's more of a hazy one, so I thought I'll mix it up. Looks pretty nice in the glass. So, yeah, it's straw in colour, about a 2-finger head. Relatively clean and clear. Carbonation's going nuts. Looks the part. The hops in this bad boy are Simcoe, Columbus, and Citra. So very good hop bill, and Columbus is one of my favourites. So looking forward to it. I like the retro can art too. Pretty cool. It's just got those like 80s sort of like Miami Vice sort of vibe. So, yeah, this is when they were still called Mr. Banks. So, cheers, peeps. Anyone that's chiming in now or watches later, always good to have yous around. On the nose, getting grapefruit and orange. There's a little bit of pine there. It's quite grassy. Got a bit of sweetness. I'd say like it's quite bready, but there might be a touch of like caramel and toffee. Maybe a touch of dankness. It doesn't smell like it's going to be bitter, but I feel like on the palate it'll surprise me. Might be a touch of apricot as well, a little bit of stone fruit. So, yeah, we're going in. Cheers, peeps. Hope everyone's having a good week, and it's nearly the Easter holidays for me, so I can't wait. Wipe the Santa Claus away. That is delightful. It's quite piney and resinous. It's got that slight sort of oiliness. Definitely like a bready sort of backbone. There's a touch of that caramel there, but I'd say it leans more towards bread, like a white bread. Fruit-wise, it's definitely like citrus and stone fruit. I'd definitely say grapefruit's got that pithiness, but it's got a bit of sweet orange as well. And, yeah, apricot. It's a little bit jammy. I like the mouthfeel on it. It's like, say, like a medium body, quite dry. But it's almost like it feels thicker than what it is. And, yeah, it's got like the bitterness isn't in your face, but it sort of hangs around. Like at a guess, I'd say it's only probably at bitterness. I'd say probably in the 40s, maybe IBU, maybe a bit more. Actually, that last sip, there might even be a touch of tropical fruit. It's got good balance, this beer. There's plenty going on. And there's not any one flavour that's just like really in your face. Mm. Yeah, the more I smell it, the more sort of stone fruit I get. Like I'm even getting maybe a touch of peach. But yeah, Westies. If you know me well, you know I love my Westies. So if I've got a fridge stacked full of these bad boys, I'm a very happy lad. So yeah, percentage was 7. So that's probably your standard range for just a basic Westie. I like sort of high sevens, low eights for a West Coast. I feel that's sort of the sweet spot. But yeah, the hops can't complain at all, especially Simcoe and Columbus. Like love both those hops. It's like a little bit dank, but not like the dankness and the bitterness is there, but it's not like overpowering. Cheers, dude. Good to see you. It's leaving a bit of lacing on the glass as well. But yeah, I recently had the hazy from Banks called Citra is Life, and that was banging. I think they've got new beers coming out tomorrow or Friday, so I'm looking forward to that. Always love drinking their new releases. They're one of my breweries where online it's like when they're going live with their new releases, bang, purchase, send to me in Southwest Victoria. Unless I'm going to the city and then I'll pick them up at like my favourite stores and stuff. Cool, dude. That's one that I've actually wanted to try. Is it a green can? I've definitely seen it like advertised, and I'm like, ooh, I might have to give that a go. With steak too. You're killing it, brother. That's awesome. Yeah, Stone and Wood's counterculture series is really good. They've had so many good beers in that over the years. Yeah, cool. How do you what cut of steak have you got? And what do you have on it? Are you a medium rare man with a do you like a mushroom sauce or anything like that? I'm definitely a medium rare man. As far as the cut goes, I mix it up quite often. As far as like flavorings go, I'm a big one for like seasoning. The whole sauce thing doesn't worry me too much, but I sort of mix it up a fair bit. I like a garlic sauce; it's pretty good. But yeah, I could talk about food till the cows come home. So yeah, I'm not sure what these guys are releasing this week. I haven't sort of looked into it, but I like with Banks and Mountain Culture, quite often they'll bring out different styles, which is cool. I get sick, like, it is very annoying when it's just hazy IPA, like all the time. It's good to drop in the occasional stout or lager. One thing that's cool is the 4-pack that got dropped off today from Mountain Culture was their new Easter Imperial Stout. So I thought, I really want to try it, but I'll hold on and drink it on Easter Sunday. Crack my first beer online and see how it goes. Good thing about it too is I don't think it's like adjunct heavy. I'm pretty sure it's just straight up beer, like old school Imperial Stout. So that'll be good. As long as it's like big body and like chocolatey and that should be all right. Yeah. Sounds good, dude. Yeah. Yeah, I've got this awesome as like rub of like mixed spices, but I must say the best feed I've ever had in my life was at a restaurant in Salamanca Place in Hobart. And it was like can't remember the cut of steak, but it was like pretty rare. It would have been definitely more towards rare than medium. And it had a coffee rub and it was blue cheese. And oh my God, unbelievable, dude. And the thing that like backed it up for me, because like I always like hype things up to people and go, oh, you've got to try this, you got to try that. Not long after I was there, the Australian cricket team were there eating there and like just saying how good the place was. So I'm like, well, if I say it's good and the Aussie cricket team says it's good enough for anyone. Yeah, on the barbie, can't go wrong. It's one thing I like where I live. I don't really have to set up for like a barbie, so it's real annoying. But yeah, dude, like, welcome to my lives. Like, quite often, this is how I do a live beer review. Like, I'll just spontaneous like this. I'll just pull something out of the fridge and go live. But generally, it's not at this time. It just depends on like what shift I'm on. And this is probably the worst time for me to go live because there's no one around. Whereas, like, say if I'm on night shift and I go live straight after work in the morning, it's amazing, like the difference in people. Like it's weird how it works, just because like obviously being part of the beer community in the US and the UK, it's like more people I've got more people that follow my channel from different countries. So yeah, it'd be awesome to get more Aussies involved. It'd be cool. We'll get there eventually. But yeah, back to the beer. So yeah, it's the Spin Cycle by Banks, a Westie at 7%. It had Simcoe, Columbus, and Citra, and the big tall boy 500 ml can. Score wise, I reckon I'd probably go. I'm going to say about a 4.3 out of 5. Very good effort. I reckon. Only thing lacking, I'd probably like a bit more bitterness. The body's awesome. Yeah, probably a bit more pine, bit more bitterness would really like elevate it. So yeah. Thanks for joining, Captain. Good to see you, dude. And anyone that watches later on, cheers. It's all about the Westies. So, yeah, 4.3 out of 5. If you can get hold of some banks, get around them. Great brewery. So, yeah, we'll see us on the next one. I'm not sure if I'm doing another one tonight, or I'll definitely do one tomorrow. So, yeah, let's see how we go. Cheers, peeps.